Jiro here for Umbra Games with a review of Toki Tori 2 Plus on PlayStation 4. I believe you can find it also digitally on Wii Uware and Steam as well. I kind of keep an eye out for the $20 physical releases of games pretty meticulously on Amazon.com, especially with their 20% off Prime deals. Lately though, a publisher known as Sedesco has been taking several titles and selling them as such. Toki Tori 2 was first released on Wii U on April 4th, 2013, the Plus version physically on PS4 on September 24th, 2016. I put this in between a couple of the harder core RPGs thinking I'd have a light puzzle platformer to vary the mood, and what I got was actually a bit of a surprise. Toki Tori 2 Plus puts you in the feet of what I think is a chicken, but it has web-looking feet and sings quite a bit prettier. And I'm not even kidding that what looks like a cheerful, colorful kids platformer starts out with the same feeling you get when firing up a Metroid game, or I'd even go as far as to say Dark Souls. Through some either intended cryptic language or bad translation from Dutch developer Two Tribes, they hint that you should find a tower in the distance. You're then to navigate a heavily puzzled environment, similar to something like Oddworld Abe's Odyssey, where one wrong step has a creature eating you or you falling into lava. I guess it's sort of a spoiler, but once you reach the tower, you find your fellow chicken duck songbird friend stuck in a giant bubble, and then you get visions of ancient frogs that must be brought to the tower in order to free them. Yeah, I know how that sounds. I'm gonna guess that Toki Tori is the name of our feathered friend, and he only has two abilities. You can press the X button to sing, and press the circle button to stomp. Yeah, you can't even jump. If you press the X button quickly, Toki will sing a small note, and holding it will make a big note. There are a total of 5 songs to sing from a combination of small and large notes that enable fast travel, let Toki look at the world map, restart from a checkpoint, get a pointer to the closest treasure, and call down a camera-carrying bird to take pictures for the Tokidex. Singing notes will also draw attention to Toki for better or worse. The stomp will do the same in reverse, sending creatures away from Toki, and also breaks through some platforms and will flip some creatures over. The amazing thing about this 2-button action is the number of puzzles Two Tribes created with this. Toki learns no new abilities through the game that he didn't start with. You as the player, though, do. You can literally go anywhere from the beginning of the game, but learning how a teleporter works, or how to flip bugs onto the ceiling, or make fireflies regain their light, the game teaches you through environment navigation and forcing you to learn it in order to progress through a puzzle. I will say though, approaching a game like this with no tutorial can frustrate players. There was one puzzle, I admit, I had to look at a walkthrough online, and after watching it, said to myself out loud, I didn't know I could do that. So many puzzles had me stumped for a few minutes, forcing trial and error to see how each of the pieces would react as I tried different things. One advantage this has over other 2D adventure style games like this though is you don't worry about needing a super jump or a secret key to progress, so it forces you to play with your environment at each and every challenge. There are no limits to the amount of lives you have, and the golden checkpoints are there after nearly every puzzle, so you're rarely losing progress for trying things. As you conquer an entire level, molehills will open up, allowing you to instantly pass through territory you've already solved, and on top of that you can fast travel to any pillar you've discovered from any checkpoint. In one particular instance, the map marked the next frog I needed in a place I had already been, and I was kind of frustrated at first about how long the retread was going to take. One fast travel and 3 molehills later though, to my delight I could get where I needed to be very quickly. I mentioned the photograph bird earlier, and it's kind of a neat scavenger hunt where you take pictures of puzzle mechanics and enemies for a photo collection that as far as I can tell is just for an achievement. There is a prize though for collecting all the golden quarter circle pieces that you can claim at the end of the game. You can even combine the treasure song with the fast travel song and see in which worlds the missing golden pieces still lie. Now, I didn't play the first Toki Tori and didn't really know of the series' existence until this year, so I can't make comparisons of how the series has improved or made mistakes. However, if you're looking for a puzzle platformer that makes you think, has colorful visuals, great level design and challenge, a lack of direction and guidance, no penalty for trial and error, simple control scheme that forces heavy on the thinking and less on the gameplay, then you could probably find worse games to spend the 7 or so hours on. Rated as a 2D puzzle platformer, 2D adventure hybrid, Toki Tori Plus hits a 67 out of 100, with 50 being an average game. This is Jiro for Umbra Games. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more of a guy not afraid to try games with a playable chicken duck and actually like them, feel free to subscribe or follow me on Twitter @Umbra Games.